Today in the grain market, soybeans did have a pullback. That profit taking is really sending the futures a little bit lower. Last week's rally did stall finally. I think it's partly because the news that the Brazil crop is on the rise and the fact that the China tariff delay is in the market, but it's already been digested somewhat, and so there wasn't anything else to really continue that engine moving upward. Corn also had a new low, so maybe that was weighing on the soybeans as well. But there's just no fresh news for corn, and that's like helping the downtrend to continue. It's got a few traders a little bit worried. But since September, that's where the lows were, so we're getting back to that number. The delayed nature of the harvest, really won't reveal any of its numbers until spring. So with that kind of lack of information, that kind of makes it difficult for the market to really move to the upside. And without more demand for any of the corn, I think that we may see that futures could fall even further as we move towards the end of the year. Wheat was also lower, so that's adding to it as well. I think wheat at one point was down almost 7 cents. Now the USDA report was relatively positive, but it looks like it was already generally in the market. And I think that the fact that they had cut imports, they increased exports, it should have been something really good for wheat, but it just didn't happen that way. This is maybe more of buy the rumor, sell the fat kind of situation because the market started to move lower. Interestingly enough, we did breach some of those technical numbers, and so now there's some worry that we could get some momentum to the downside. We're going to watch, though. You know that $5 is a big benchmark number that will offer some big support. Now, we're a little bit away from that, but that's something to look at if we make any kind of a big move. We expect that there's still going to be a lot more volatility going forward, and as the December 15th, starts to get a little bit closer, something could come out of the White House with maybe a phase 1 signing or something like that. Then at that point, all bets are off, and that could actually be positive and offer some real underpinning of some support for the grains across the board. But today, all grains were a little bit lower, and we're going to watch this day by day because there's going to be a lot of news that's going to affect these markets going forward.